Right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the special talk show on the theme for the year of RTI being United in Diversity. And thank you to everyone joining in. I'm your host, Graham, and I'm delighted to have you all here for the show. Our discussion promises to be interesting, insightful, enlightening, and most importantly, a celebration of the richness found in diversity. For anyone attending live, please feel free to send your questions in the comment section on Facebook. And we will address them at the end of the show. So I think let's get started. Joining me here tonight are two very distinguished individuals. First one being Mr. Marc Germeshausen, our international president, and then also Mr. Daniele Cusi from Italy, our international vice president. And they will share their perspectives on United in Diversity. So first things first, I'm going to ask our two guests to maybe just introduce themselves and give us a little bit about your role in RTI and actually how you got there.
Yeah, thank you very much, Graham, for the great organization of our wonderful table talk tonight. Yes, my name is Marc Germeshausen, and I have now the honor this year to be the representative of Roundtable International. In general, I'm a tabler now for 13 years this year. So I actually I had the luck that I joined very, very young in the table career. And for me, I always said, when I'm member of any club organization, I would like to engage myself. I would like to take up some roles. So I had a chance to actually be international relations officer from Roundtable Austria. And then I actually saw the international stage and I wanted to engage myself already. So this was the reason why I also went into Roundtable International board as a secretary for 2 years. Then I also have been CE chairman as a Central and Eastern European chairman. And then I said, now it's time to run for vice president. And yes, it's already a pleasure for me actually to work so many years with you, Graham, and that we are still connected on various activities. And yeah, and here I am, and I'm really happy to, let's call it, give my ideas, give my time, my commitment towards Roundtable International, because a year, as everybody knows who is taking up any portfolio within Roundtable, is actually flying. And so you can actually really just adjust little scrolls, you can spread your seats, but then you need to ask your lovely vice president to maybe continue through the scrolls and maybe to water my seats. And I hope that with Daniele, we have the right guy to do so.
Thank you, Marc. Daniele?
Yes, thank you, Graham. Hi, everybody. Thank you for hosting me here tonight, Graham. I'm Daniele Cusi from Roundtable Italy, Club 22 of Firenze. It's better known as Mr. Pizza and Pasta. I started, let's say, my career in Roundtable when I was 26, so almost 11 years ago. And I've been president of my club, and I've been area heroes for 2 years in a row. And then for me, it was time to move a little bit farther in the national board of Roundtable Italy. So I've been international relationship officer for Roundtable Italy. And after that, I became national president. Then, thanks for our past president, Jayant Agraval, it was my chance to serve Roundtable in the international board as community service officer. That's the point when I found out I really want to do something more for Roundtable, and that's why I applied as international VP, and that's why I'm here.
Thank you very much, Marc and Daniele. Marc, this theme of yours, United in Diversity, this has actually been coming for quite a while. I know before you were elected as vice president, you actually already had this kind of thing floating around for a number of years now already. Would you maybe share why this is so close to your heart specifically?
Thank you, Graham, for this question. As you know already, that this theme popped up in my mind already a couple of years back. As many of you know, maybe that I'm working actually for, let's call it, a very close to the European Union, and the slogan of the European Union is also united in diversity. And I think that this is actually something what brings it really to the point, especially as an international organization, that we are actually all united in diversity. And Roundtable is the thing what is uniting us. And I think it fits very, very well. And that's why we actually brought it forward. Why and which kind of background and what is the motivation and what is actually let's call it the diverse things which combines us. We will anyhow explore a bit later in today's session. But I think this theme of the year is really reflecting what we are already doing in all around the world, because each tabler, each club is individual, and let's call it, we are actually embracing what we are doing through diversity, and this is actually something what leads us to a better future.
Thank you very much, Mark. Daniele, can you maybe share with us why diversity is crucial for organizations and communities, not only to survive, but to actually go forth and thrive?
Yes, Graham. Definitely diversity is the engine of associations like our. Is what really can move us to the future. Um, Diversity is not just a word for us, it's something that we really, really believe. We can say that it's the cornerstone of our progress and innovation. When we put together people with different backgrounds, with different experience, let's say different perspectives, we create an amazing group of people can really solve problems, and they have a really high level of creativity to spend in our lovely association. Um, when we have a team of people that are really different one from the other, uh, that team can better, can understand better what it's really needed in an association like ours, and then it can really bring us to a different level. And let's take an example as me. I cannot understand people that eat pineapple on pizza. So having someone that accept that in my team, it can make me to another level of understanding people. No, I'm just joking, but that's a good example of what we mean with having diversity in our teams. And that's why it's so crucial, because when you brainstorm with someone that have a really different background from you can really do something special. That's what I think.
Thank you very much, Danielle. And I actually really like what you said there is diversity is not just a buzzword, as you said. I mean, it's the cornerstone of progress and innovation. So I mean that's really good. Maybe just a question to you, Daniela, and then to Mark. So to Daniela, what would you say are the challenges facing people when embracing diversity? And then to Mark, what are some of the misconceptions that people have when they think about diversity?
The biggest challenge is to face stereotypes and biases. That's what we really the problems you have in embracing diversity, because our society right now is still maybe not say fully ready to embracing diversities. People usually are more comfortable with the people that are similar to them. It's kind of crazy, but that's how it works right now. And the problem is that it can lead it can lead people uh, to prejudice and stereotypes against the ones who are different with us. To overcome these stereotypes, we have to work a lot. We must educate people and put a lot of commitment to change their minds and helping them understand how wonderful is diversity, and that having, as I said before, having a brainstorm with someone that is different from us, it's only thing where we can learn. We cannot lose anything in that.
Thank you. Then to Mark.
Thank you very much, Daniela. And one of the misconception actually of diversity is that many members are thinking that it's maybe only about race or gender. And here we actually see this is actually some very important task as well, that we actually need to tell people about what is diversity. Because also within Roundtable International, we created a diversity charter where we actually want to see how, because well, we have this situation now, I guess, in all metrics of the society, that what if you identify yourself as a woman, what is if you identify yourself as a man or whatever. And we actually came up with the concept that if you identify yourself, for example, as a man, as a woman, then, and you really have it in your official documents, then we actually negotiated with Lady Circle that you can join Lady Circle. And the same is the opposite way around for Roundtable as well. And I think here is actually something, well, because many people say, hey, but we actually not diverse, we are a man-only club. And I think that this is, let's call it, everyone has his right to join those organizations, and we can actually really offer those to the diverse society. And while those aspects are really important, diversity encompasses actually a wide range of different kind of characteristics, including age, including ethnicity, including sexual orientation, including disability status. And also one really important thing is also about the professional status. What are you actually doing? And we need to be much more open towards those diverse topics as well. And another misconception is that diversity initiatives are about lowering standards or quotas, when actually in reality they are about creating equal opportunities for everyone to succeed based on merit. And I think that also be open for different kind of profession. Sometimes, you know, we are saying, oh, we only take maybe one lawyer, one doctor, one whatever job you're having. I think it's really actually that we are also giving chances to different kind of potentials of our society. Yeah, we don't always need to be self-employed to be successful in the way we are actually working and acting. I think we can be much more open towards also new parts of the society we are currently not reaching out. So the whole concept is actually very broad, very wide, and it's not only about race or gender.
Thank you very much, Mark. And I really like what you said. Now it's a very broad concept, and it's not just about race or gender. I think, as you rightly explained it to us, it's a much wider and a much broader topic. So Mark, what strategies have you found effective in addressing biases or unconscious biases in people when it comes to diversity?
Well, I think one of the main important steps here is also that we are embracing inclusivity, which means that we are creating a welcome and inclusive environment that encourages participation from people of all different kind of backgrounds. And this can be achieved by promoting open communication, respecting differences, and actively seeking out the diverse perspectives. And we can also invite our best friends to our table clubs and meetings and so on. Check the environment and invite people in your group. If we have already many people at the information event or in the social charity, we can also show how open we are towards new members. And this is actually the first point is embrace inclusivity. Second one would be foster a dialogue. As tablers, we should actually encourage ourselves to share our experiences and perspective and facilities constructive dialogue around issues related to diversity and inclusion. And this can help actually to build an understanding and empathy among different kind of members. And this is actually really important that we have and foster here the dialogue. Another point would be that we are collaborating with diverse groups. We can look for opportunities to collaborate with other groups and organizations representing different communities or perspectives. And this can also help us all to broaden our club's impact to foster relationships across diverse groups. For example, we can collaborate with other service clubs. We can collaborate with the Chamber of Commerce or with the Young Economics or any other organization which could be interesting for our club life, where we can actually really use different kind of synergies. And that we also regularly evaluate and reflect ourselves in our own club. So we can regularly assess the club's progress in promoting diversity and inclusion and reflect on areas of improvement. Where can we go a bit deeper, where we can actually reflect and see that this strategy helps us actually in maybe gaining new membership and making here a positive impact in the community. And this is actually something what we can do during our club AGMs as well. So I think that this is really important, that the effective strategy is education and awareness raising, and that we are actually providing the different kind of training programs of these stereotypes which sometimes are going on, and organizations can help then that we are really here our membership and to really address such stereotypes and actually reflect ourselves in the way we are going forward. And I think it's actually something, it's really our task in our club life on a local level, because this is the only level where we really are able to grow and where we are able actually to gain new membership. And if we will be more open towards new members, we can actually be much broader in our reach of new membership.
Thank you very much, Mark. And I really like the idea of how you actually went and you linked the openness to diversity and inclusion actually to membership, because it is something that a lot of associations are struggling with on a global basis. Daniele, obviously you're vice president now. You're already a leader, but then next year you take over the mantle from Mark. What role do you think leaders can play in fostering a culture of diversity and inclusion within an organization such as ours?
Well, the leader will surely play the most important role. As you know, Graham, my background is full of sports, especially American football. American football gave me a lot in my life, and maybe the sport where the most important person is the leader of the group. And let's say, in this case, about diversity and inclusion, a leader is more like the coach of a team. So the role you play, it's really important because you set the tone and the priorities of the organization. As a head coach, show to his team. The leader, in this way, set a really clear message on what is really important in the organization. That's why if we lead our organization in this direction, we suppose that everybody will help and follow that direction. And last but not the least, as a leader, you must be the one who give examples to the other. A good leader for me is the one really give at first the example of including people, on looking at different perspectives, on listening to all the other people from different cultures, from different point of views from yours. It's not easy. It's not easy, especially to listen to the other. That's why one of the best qualities you should have is to listen to the others. And if you listen to different people, you will surely grow up as a better leader. With a good leader going in that direction, I think that our association, or every association in a way, will surely lead to the right direction. In this case, getting more united university, as Mark used to say.
Thank you very much. So, yeah, Daniela, you've now taken us through the role of a leader. Mark, you've spoken a bit about strategy and processes. But I mean, not everyone is in the same place from a perspective, whether it's in Europe, whether it's across the world. I mean, diversity means different things to different people. So to Mark, maybe what advice can you give to someone starting out on this journey of diversity and inclusion, and actually realizing that diversity isn't just one of these buzzwords or something like that, but that there's actual true benefits out there? So yeah, what advice can you give?
Yeah, it's actually really, as I said, we are a membership-driven organization, and everything is actually happening on a club or regional level. And I would really encourage all the different clubs to start listening to their members and to the stakeholders to understand their experience, needs, and concerns. From there, you can actually develop a comprehensive diversity and inclusion strategy that includes measurable goals, because we can actually really measure in which direction are we going, what is the accountability mechanism, and ongoing evaluation and adjustment, as already shared earlier, is actually something really, really important in that sense as well. It's also important to involve the members of all the various levels, and so that we can really see how we can actually commit ourselves to such a change. And but however, achieving unity and diversity is not always an easy task. It requires really a lot of acceptance, it's a tolerance and respect to each other's and beliefs, customs and traditions, and we must move beyond stereotypes and prejudices, and recognizing that every individual is a unique, complex blend of their culture, backgrounds, personal experience, and individual choices. And this calls actually for empathy and open-mindedness in our interactions with people from different walks of life. And I think this is actually something what we really need to focus on as well, that we are really opening ourselves. And also, when just on a side note, this is actually in the direction where we are going also with Gen Z. We need to address the Generation Z so that we really actually understand and also see them and their, let's call it, traditions and their habitat, and actually to see how can we adjust to those. And I think that also focusing now on Gen Z, what is now one of the main tasks within the RTI board, together with many associations worldwide, is also how can we be, let's call it, much more open towards them as well, and are willing to actually calling them welcome within our international organization.
Thank you very much, Mark. Daniela, Mr. Vice President, Mr. Presumptive Incoming President. Obviously, the theme for this year is United under Diversity. And obviously, we hope it's not just a one-year thing. So what do you hope the future holds for diversity and inclusion on an RTI level in the coming years?
So first, I really would like to continue the amazing job that has been done by Mark in this team of United in Diversity. He's already doing an amazing job, and I hope I will be at least half of what Mark has been for United in Diversity, and to keep our movement all together, even if we are one different from the other. What I really, really hope is to create a better space for everyone, where everyone feels really valued, really respected, and empowered to succeed. It's not easy. We require a lot of job. A lot is already done by Mark and his team, but he need to work really much more on it to become better and better every single day. I really, really believe that working together, we will build a more just and inclusive society for the future generations. So it's not just something that will be stuck in our association, but I hope it's something that we really be used by the communities where we live. It's what I really hope that we can do for the future. So apply our model, the wonderful model that was started by all the past presidents before Mark and before you, before Giant, and to apply this model to our communities, to our society, to have a better world for everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Daniela. Just had a look here at the Facebook comments. Alistair mentioned that diversity is also going further. It's not just buffaloes in a meeting, but it's unicorns, guys electing to either partake or not to partake. I mean, that's part of the beauty of Table, that we should go and celebrate. And then Christoph left a message here as well, as, and I think something that we can all agree with is saying that diversity should be a mission that we chase. And I think that's exactly why we've got this discussion on here today. Back to Mark. Now, Mark, as we're nearing the end of our discussion, it's actually the first time in a number of years that we don't have a shared theme with Lady Circle. Do you mind maybe giving us some background as to as to why this was not the case in this year?
Yeah, very interesting question, Mr. Graham. No, in general, I think it's really nice that we really being very intense with the Roundtable family members in various ways, and that we are also embracing, let's call it the same theme of the year between Lady Circle and Roundtable. I actually, during the process, when during the vice president's year and you're preparing for the year to come, I was sitting together with my counterpart in Lady Circle, with Ari, Eric from Roundtable, from Lady Circle Estonia, and we actually discussed certain ways, and let's call it, for her theme was already very clear. Soul Sisters was something what she really wanted to push forward, and where she felt very connected. So I offered her that we can, let's see if we can collaborate. Let's see if we can maybe make a shared theme out of it. But this unfortunately was not possible, because let's call it, I imagined already the theme of the year, which fits perfectly for Roundtable. She imagined a theme for Lady Circle International, and I think now we are still collaborating side by side together with all the family organizations. And this is actually something what is very great. In Club 41, we have full steam ahead, and I love the anecdote our international president Barry is actually sharing all the time. It's just, you just need to move on to the next platform and change the trains from Roundtable to 41 Club, which is very, very awesome. We have Move It with Agora Club, and we have Unstoppable for Tangent. And I think here we are actually matching all that. We are full of passion with our theme of the year, and we are working together in the Roundtable family. We just released now our corporate brochure. We are in the process at the moment to get the Roundtable Care and our foundation actually settled up in Luxembourg. I think here we can see that we are unstoppable, that we are moving it, and that we are full steam ahead together in a united diversity, that we are actually working along. And this is actually something what we as a Roundtable family is actually making us strong as ones.
Thank you, Mark. And I think to a large extent, by still allowing Lady Circle to go and basically have their own theme for the year, that as well is actually living the words and living our theme of united and diversity, where we as an RT family, the 5 family members, we are united with one goal, and each of us are separately identifiable and able to actually go and choose our own themes. Now, Mr. VP, I know that you probably won't be able to share your theme with us yet. I know that it's normally a very big reveal, but can you maybe just give us a hint or something from our side what we can expect?
Yes, Graham, unfortunately, you're right. I cannot reveal the theme of the year right now, as I cannot reveal where we usually put people that eat pineapple on pizza. So I'm sorry, but I cannot say it to you. The only thing I can share is that we will be back on a side-by-side theme. So it will be together with my, let's say, partner in crime, Lisha from Lady Circle Zambia. This is the actual VP of Lady Circle International. And we will show you a really amazing theme together as soon as possible. But if you want to see my theme, please, guys, join us at our amazing world meeting in Maastricht at the end of September. Registrations are open, and please register as soon as possible, because we don't want you to don't be at the gala dinner where the theme will be revealed.
But now
Sorry,
I can
Graham,
give,
for this
but now,
advertisement spot, but
I can give already a hint. The Lady Circle AGM is already a month earlier, so at least we know it a month earlier what the theme of Roundtable will be.
And then, Mr. Vice President Daniele, how did you manage to then convince Lisha to actually go with no pineapple on pizza for the year?
yeah, because she is more like me and you. She perfectly understands what does it mean to put pineapple on pizza. So she's a really smart lady. I really love to work with that. So
okay, and I'm sure, yeah, and I'm sure that's going to be excellent. Guys, thank you very much. I don't want to take too much of your time, because I know you guys are all very busy. I know, Mark, I think you're traveling to Nepal coming tomorrow, so you're in the process of packing up. Having a look here at our live Facebook page, currently there's no questions being asked on there. We were hoping for some questions so we can actually go and address it now. But maybe to close out the show, if any of you have got any final thoughts maybe that you want to share with regards to United in Diversity.
Yes, please. Can I go first, Mark? Is that okay
Yes.
for you, Mr. President? So I want to tell you something about my experience in Roundtable, and Mark was there. My first event ever in Roundtable was an event held by Roundtable Italy and Roundtable Austria. It's called the IROS meetings. So that year the meeting was in Innsbruck, and for me it was something totally new. It was a table like for 2 months, maybe less, and a national past president of Roundtable Italy said, Daniele, just pack your things and let's go. So I just left Florence with him without knowing where we were heading, without knowing anything about the events. And honestly, at the beginning, I really feel like I was different from the others. Maybe because I still didn't understand the real meaning of Roundtable. I still didn't understand the spirit of our wonderful association. I was in a foreign country with many people speaking different language for me, that have different culture, that put cucumbers on gin tonic, and I've never seen it before. So for me, it was kind of surprised. I was feeling like I was different, but that was only the beginning. After one day spent with the guys of Roundtable Austria and with Mark, with a really young Mark without the beard and with a really baby face,
Still.
um, I think that's the point that make me changing my mind and really understand what's Roundtable mean. And that's why I think that the theme of Mark is perfect, uniting the diversity, because in that occasion I was different. I was really different from the other, but at the same time I feel that we are all together. We are just like one family, all together there for achieving for the same goal. And that's what I really want to share with you guys. Never say no to an opportunity you have, because maybe that opportunity will change your life. Not only your life in Roundtable, but your life, all usual, let's say, normal life. Thank you, Graham, and thank you, Mark.
Oh, amazing, Daniela. And Mark, last thing maybe from you.
Yeah, thank you very much. And Daniela, I completely, I can still remember the moment when you actually came in. I guess it was in a restaurant, and we were all sitting there, and then you came fully highly motivated into actually the restaurant. And this is actually the first moment where we met, and now we are working together. And this actually really shows that we are active in more than 60 countries worldwide. We are 30,000 members around the globe, and this is actually something we need to consider all the various cultural backgrounds, traditions, and so on. And this united in diversity signifies how associations have come together in the form of Roundtable International to work for the community service and prosperity, while at the same time being enriched the continent's many different cultures, traditions, and languages. And Roundtable is what unites us all. And this is something what I'm very, very proud of, because it doesn't matter where we are, doesn't matter where we are traveling. It's always within Roundtable. And this is actually something what I really love on our organization, on our worldwide organization, and I'm very proud member of it. And I really hope that we actually brought you some insights how we can actually be more diverse on various levels, especially on a club level, because I think that especially such a format, what we are doing now with the table talk, is for the local tablers all on the floor level, because we need to be diverse in the task to actually achieve growth. And here I'm really thankful if you actually be more open towards new members, be more open and be more diverse, because Roundtable is what unites us all. And I'm very thankful for being here today with you.
Thank you very much, Mark. Firstly, thank you to both Mark and Daniela for joining us and for giving us your insightful contributions to the show. Unfortunately, that's all that we have time for this evening. Once again, thank you to everyone who joined in. And yeah, thank you to everyone following live on Facebook. If you do still pose questions to us, we will monitor it for the next couple of weeks and then still get back to you and answer. And remember, we're truly stronger when we are united in diversity. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye.